How to Pay for the Green New Deal by Yeva Nersisyan and L. Randall Wray. Introduction. Advocates of the Green New Deal strive to change the way that we approach a variety of problems facing society: climate change and destruction of our natural environment, rising inequality, and an economy that leaves too many with inadequate access to food, shelter, healthcare, and affordable education. They see these problems as linked, and so insist on tackling them with an array of programs that have hitherto been seen as disconnected: a carbon-neutral energy policy and reversing climate change, universal single-payer healthcare, student debt relief and free public college, prison reform, ending forever wars, increasing care for the young, sick, and old, and the job guarantee. The advocates of modern money theory, MMT, have similarly thought to change the way that public finance is viewed. The sovereign government's finances are not like the budgeting by households and firms. Viewed from the MMT perspective, the government uses the monetary system to mobilize real resources and to move some of them to pursuit of the public purpose. Affordability is never an important question for a sovereign government. The relevant question concerns resource availability and suitability. There is thus a natural alliance between MMT and the Green New Deal. If we can identify technologically feasible projects that would achieve the Green New Deal's goals, and if we can identify the resources to devote to these projects, then we can arrange for the financing of the programs. Whatever the financial costs, we already have a financial system that can handle them. What is less certain is that we can mobilize the resources that will be required. This will require a combination of putting excess capacity to work and shifting already employed resources away from existing production to Green New Deal projects. This paper provides a preliminary attempt to assess whether the United States can meet this challenge, realizing, of course, that a global response is needed. We will look at the main Green New Deal projects and gauge whether national resources would be sufficient to phase them in over the next decade. To do so, we assess the resource requirements and availability. Ideally, we would use a measure of real productive capacity, the ability of a resource to produce output. But as we have heterogeneous resource inputs and heterogeneous outputs, this is impossible. We will have to work with dollars of spending to determine the amount of resources required for the Green New Deal, and hence the amount of resources that need to be mobilized by a combination of shifting them from other uses and moving them from unemployment, broadly defined, that is, not limited to the official measures of unemployment. In this, we follow the method used by John Maynard Keynes in his proposal offered to the Chancellor of the Exchequer on the eve of World War II: how to pay for the war. The approach is simple, but also profound. Total the resources available to prosecute the war, while meeting the consumption needs of the population. If the available resources fall short of what is needed, the solution cannot be found in the finances. Government can always spend more to shift resources to the war effort. If consumption spending is not reduced, the result is inflation that generates a combination of voluntary saving and excess profits as real consumption falls. To prevent this undesirable outcome, government must reduce consumption demand by some combination of voluntary saving, taxes, deferred compensation, rationing, and wage and price controls. To be clear, the purpose of these actions is not to provide government with the financial means to pay for the war effort, but rather to relieve pressure on scarce resources. In recent weeks, Many supporters and proponents have warned that large, perhaps confiscatory, tax hikes will be needed to pay for a Green New Deal. They typically warn of the high financial costs, and hence of prospective dangerously high government deficits if taxes are not raised to pay for the Green New Deal. In our view, these arguments are beside the point. What is required, first, is a careful accounting of the resources that can be made available and to weigh those against what will be needed. Only then should we address the question of whether taxes and other means might be needed to reduce income and private spending sufficiently to avoid inflation as the Green New Deal is phased in. Hence, in this paper, we borrow Keynes's approach to assess resource availability and needs. We largely follow his method, which is to mostly use monetary measures, dollars in our case, as proxies for resource quantities. The estimates can provide only a rough guide. Uncertainties remain concerning the technologies, the quantity of resources needed, the suitability of the resources that can be made available, the political feasibility, and the capacity of our democracy to successfully face the challenges ahead. But we believe that our approach provides more guidance about the question of the Green New Deal's affordability than does the conventional approach that merely adds up the dollar costs of Green New Deal projects to obtain huge and scary numbers. As Keynes put it, his proposal would, quote, snatch from the exigency of war positive social improvements, end quote, 1940. Not only would it move the necessary resources to the war effort with a minimum amount of inflation, it would also make any advance towards economic equality greater than any which we have made in recent times. There should be no paradox in this. These sacrifices required by war direct more urgent attention than before to sparing them where they can be least afforded. End quote. This turned out to be a prescient description of the social and economic conditions of the post-war democracies, the buildup of productive capacity, as well as the increase of private sector's financial wealth held in the form of safe treasury bonds, provided the base for the post-war expansion that may refer to as the golden era of capitalism. The Green New Deal promises a similar outcome, as the benefits go far beyond the reversal of climate change. They can also lead to environmental sustainability, greater equality, shared prosperity, jobs for all, health care for all, child care for all, and an end of the forever wars. In order to build the necessary political consensus that will be required to win this battle, we need to ensure that whatever sacrifices might be required in the decade or so over which the Green New Deal is implemented will be more than compensated for by tangible benefits.